All right, what's going on, PLC? It's week 5. I thought the flu may take me out. I thought it may win there for a minute. Tuesday was particularly rough, but we're on the other side, so that's good. But yeah, Voices, week 5. This is a little late, but better late than never. And we only have one contributor this week, so I'm a little upset about that. One additional contributor, because I did put some thoughts at the end there, so that's good. But yeah, I'll let the guest be a surprise, because it's awesome to hear from one of our newer members. So that's really cool. It's really exciting. So thank you, special guest. But all right, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys in chat. Peace.
Hey there, this is Josh, or Bosh, either one's fine. I just wanted to introduce myself on the Voices of the PLC. And yeah, I really wanted to talk this week specifically because I think this is a pivotal week in my lineup. Because even though I'm a rookie player and this is my first season, looking at the statistics and the history, I have no favors in my lineup for the season, and the next 8 matches I have are all powerhouse opponents. So even though I've had a good start here, we're 3-1 on the first 4 weeks, which is huge. I'm looking for upsets is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my opponents to, I've decided that I just gotta keep my head down, play solid. And I don't think I want to go for strategies that are too elaborate. I don't think I want to go with over the moon stuff. I like prepping. I like cool strategies. But at a certain degree, I think it's almost more likely that I will have matchups where my opponents mess up more likely than I will outplay my opponents on account of the people I'm playing against, just a lot of the best players in the PLC. So I just want to say I'm looking out for you people. I'm out there, I'm watching, and I'm hoping that you slip up and that I can benefit from it to get in the playoffs. So that's my 2 cents. And I'll be watching.
All right, guys, it's week 5. I'm going to keep my thoughts pretty straightforward, pretty short. Nothing super crazy. I haven't had a lot of time to prepare. I just did the standings, and I'm looking at everything for the first time right now. So this is my initial reaction to the week 4 standings and the week 5 matchups, because I think that'll be fun. So standings, first thing that pops out to me is, Dan and Brendan 4-0. Awesome. So great work, guys. That's spectacular. I'm 3rd, so humble brag, but awesome. Pretty cool. And then Ty at 3-1. Props to Ty. Ty, they're going to stop playing with your name, bro. 3-1 in the top 4. Anyone talking trash to you right now, just be like, standings, bro. Scoreboard. That's all you got to say. Scoreboard, and just let it be, because everyone's playing with your name. So Ty in the 4th spot is freaking spectacular. I freaking love it. Man, other than that, though, it's like kind of familiar names in familiar places. I think I've used that phrase before on the podcast, but I mean, Bosh, Brian, Ian, Zach, Jay, 3-1. I mean, those are all kind of, you'd expect those players to be doing well. Aris at 2-2 is, semi-unfamiliar for him. But Corey, SB, J-Wade, 2-2, fighting for playoff standings, or fighting for, that playoff spot. Not that it's super important at week 5 or at this point in the season. But, yeah, Mike 1-3. I mean, that's an unfamiliar place for sure, but give it some time. Mike's coming off his championship high, off his championship parade, and just kind of taking it easy in the beginning of the season. So Justin Speakman both at 1-3. It's playoffs are right around the corner. The playoff, that 12th spot, I guess is what I was trying to say, is right around the corner. Another win with a loss by someone above you, and you're right back in that conversation. And then Selena, Sakuna, Jalen, and Phil all looking for their first wins. And the first one is always the hardest, but once you get that, hopefully we can, you pop the top off, and there's more to come. But again, I think the most surprising, not surprising, but the oddity, I guess, at this point in the season is definitely seeing Ty in that top 4 spot, which I love, by the way. I mean, seeing me in that top 4 spot. I've been there before in seasons past, but usually I am more towards the middle of the pack. So I think Ty and I, being in those top 4 spots at this point is kind of a little surprising, but really cool to see. And then Reese being at 2 and 2, and then Mike being at 1 and 3. Those are names that kind of stand out right now. We still have a lot of Pokemon to play, so I do expect those names to shift around a little bit. But those are just some things that stand out to me. So, week 5. I'm just gonna look down the little slate of battles. Justin and SB, Jay and J Wade. Jay and J Wade should be fun. Ian and Speakman will be a good time. I didn't gather. I think I saw Hobart back in chat, but I think Speakman is still playing. Again, I've been disconnected this week. But it looks like tentatively Speakman. He doesn't have an asterisk by his name right now, but I think he is continuing to play. So, Brendan and Jalen. That's going to be a tough one for Jalen to try and get his first win because Brendan's kicking butt this year. Ty and Selena. Ty, let's see if you can keep that momentum going. And Selena, again, looking for your first win as well. Then Bosh and I. Bosh is pretty solid. And I think I heard a little bit of his piece. He was going to get into it because he did contribute. Thank you, Bosh. Do you prefer Bosh or Josh? I'll keep going with Bosh just because it's on the paper. But yeah, I mean, I think that he said this is like a critical week for him. I'm excited to hear what he had to say. I didn't listen to the whole thing just yet. I will when the full podcast drops, but that'll be fun this week. I think we actually played at night in about 12 hours. Dan and Sakuna. Again, Sakuna looking for her first win. Dan playing very well. It's going to be a tough one. That's actually a really tough matchup for a couple of the winless players. They're playing some difficult opponents. Phil and Brian. Brian at 3 and 1. Phil looking for his first win again. The trend continues. And then Mike and Aris, that's going to be really good because one of these players is going to come out in a not so great spot. Mike either at 1 and 4 or Aris at 2 and 3. 2 and 3 is a little more manageable. So, and that's where Mike would actually end up with a win. So Mike wins, they're both in decent spots. But if Aris wins, Aris is, looking better. Mike's going to have a little bit of a hole to dig himself out of. So we'll see how that turns out. That'll be a really fun one, though. And then Corey and Zach. Corey at 2 and 2, Zach's at 3 and 1. Yep, 3 and 1. And Corey has always got some fun tech, so that'll be a good one to watch as well. I mean, I just kind of talked about the matchups, didn't really say anything. This has kind of been a not the most impressive voices portion, but I hope you guys enjoyed regardless. But that's all I had. So this is just completely raw and unfettered thoughts because this is my first time seeing everything. So yeah, I don't know how much you guys would have enjoyed that, but hopefully you guys get some wins. All right, see ya. Peace.